The following is a presentation of TFNN. It is now time for the Diagnostic Trading Hour with your host, Darrell Martin. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Darrell Martin.
All righty, folks, going back to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. And I just wanted to catch you up on where we're at right now and what's going on in the markets. First thing, though, wanted to talk about this past weekend. Had a lot of fun with the family. And let me see if I can bring that up. I'll show you what all we've been up to. But just doing a lot of stuff. And mainly rodeo. So just really getting into the rodeo. And Felicity, my daughter, I know I'd tell you all about her. She's been doing fantastic. Right there, she ran a record-breaking time for herself right there. She got a 23, a little less than 23 seconds, 22.78 seconds on the barrels, so which is extremely competitive for her age group. She took first place. She also took first place on the poll. She took first place in 5 events. And so doing just incredibly well. I'm very proud of her, working hard. And, she actually competed in, she got basically 2 different levels and classes, and she competed in 2 different rodeos this weekend. And just knocking it out, practicing hard, working hard. And it's really cool to see it pay off. She's very excited. Got a trophy, got ribbons. And that's always the fun stuff as a kid. And her little brother's getting into it. You can see him right there. That's Judah. He's just chilling out and ready to go. And so she lights him through. And there he is doing the flags. He gets to grab the flag and, grab it out of the barrel and walk back and all that stuff. Different events. But lots of fun stuff and, a lot of hard work. And, she just literally has learned what's sort of fun now. And it's interesting because now instead of her going, oh, man, I got to push it to beat this kid, now I start hearing, parents going, hey, you're going to have to push it if you're going to beat her, And so it's sort of cool she's got to that point. And so now it's more about shaving off her time because, next year she'll be in a much higher age group. And, one thing I told her is, don't just, it's fun to, you're competing against other kids because you want to win the ribbons and stuff. That's awesome. But the biggest thing is competing against yourself. I was like, because sooner or later, you're going to be better than just about everybody that you're, in a certain group. Obviously, there's always somebody better out there. But I was like, what you want to do is you always want to be trying to get and become better than yourself. Okay? So I'm always pushing her, okay, so like we're recording her times. That's why I actually log all of her times on Facebook for her, and we put those in there, and then she has all of her times, all of her records. And, she's literally cut from like 56 seconds down to 23 seconds. So, and her goal was to get down to right around 17 seconds. After that, she'll probably have to get a faster horse. So you can only go a few seconds faster than that, like, period. But anyway, now it's like, okay, well, I want to shave time off. And so it's making her really focus. It's making her, like, now instead of just writing to get it done and just writing to win, now she's like, okay, how can I get faster? How can I shave time off? And so when she's getting her training from her, trainers that come out with her, she has, like, a few different ladies that she works with. And, all with their different specialties and stuff like that. And so they're focusing on little bitty pieces. And, she's just trying as hard as she can just to, like, it's all about, like, 1 second. And because they actually measure it out in milliseconds. And so when you go out to the competitions, a lot of times literally between, like, first, second, third place will be fractions of a second. And they use a laser to time it and everything. And it's like it's not a human. Like, there's a laser there. When they cross the laser, it starts. When they cross back, it finishes. And liking that to trading, it's easy to be a big fish in a little pond, but one of the big challenges is to go out there and always be pushing to be, to improve on yourself. So that's one thing I've tried to do is not simply compare myself to this trader or to that trader or what are they doing and that's what I can do. I want to do better. But instead of trying to be better than them, I just want to be better than me. And so, what am I doing in my training to learn, to improve, to be better than I was yesterday? What else can I add on? I challenge you to do that. What are you doing to make your trading better? Maybe you're trading futures, or have you tried to, improve your system. And I don't mean like if you got something that's working, break it. I mean, just go, what could potentially be better? And, obviously if something's working, don't even touch it in live, but you can mess with it in demo. You can sim it. You can go, hey, what if I added this kind of profile or that kind of profile to it? What if I, looked at this kind of volume? What if I looked at these kind of derivatives? What are some other things that I could do, to constantly improve? And if you're not where you want to be, well, then obviously, you want to focus on everything you can and focus like, okay, what is the one thing that I definitely could improve on today? And what's the one thing I did right that I should, do again tomorrow? And if you can just constantly learn and add on those little lessons, those little seconds, they add up. And that's what makes, losing trader go to an average, winning trader to go into a great winning trader. It's those seconds, those little bitty things, one after the other, week after week after week. So with all that being said, we do have some news coming up you're going to want to be aware of that we're going to want to go through. So we're going to hop on over real quick to Forex Factory here. And we had quite a bit of stuff happen last night. And I want to go through the news plan, what's upcoming for the week. And, they're pretty sweet trades. So, one of the, there's a article up that we put up called Sleep Trading Almost That Easy. And so it's pretty fun. I'm looking at something from Christopher. He's looking at one of the articles I put up, and he's like, what are we going to do tonight? Same thing we do every night, take over the world, so pinky in the brain. And the article was just one of the ones that we put up about sleep trading and how easy it is. And it's just really taking advantage of the news plans that, I give out and walk through with you. And so if you haven't learned about those news plans, that they're very simple trades to put on. And I'm not saying they're always there. And this isn't like the news that you may have heard of where, it fires off and they're going to try to buy within milliseconds of it and see if you can get it on really fast and buy and, catch the positive news report and, all that stuff. We're not talking about like high-speed news trading, okay? We're talking about taking advantage of the news, all right? Taking advantage of the news and literally just hopping on, and sorry, I got a big pop-up here on my window. Hopping onto, any currency, whatever it is, and going, what is the expected move I can, thinking to come out of this? And with that expected move, how can I best play it? And if I know how I can best play it, then I can put something on. And then here's the thing is we're collecting premium on news plays because implied volatility. Okay. Basically, we're playing volatility crushes. All right. We have an expectation of movement, and that expectation of movement is built in to the spread, built into the option. And like on most earnings announcements, on the majority of earnings announcements, you would actually make money if you shorted a strangle. Most people are just, a little afraid of doing that. I don't blame them. But I mean, if you think about it, on most earnings announcements, Apple, stuff like that, you'd actually make money shorting the strangle because the premium's so high. If you bought the strangle, you'd get hammered when that implied volatility gets sucked out. Okay? Well, we're in a sense doing a short strangle. Okay? We call it an iron condor because it actually has a capped risk on it. And we know when these news announcements are coming out, we don't have to wait once a quarter for the announcement to come out. They're coming out constantly, every day. And so we can go in here and literally in a very simple manner, just put on a trade before we go to sleep, okay? And wake up and be profitable on the trade. So, I mean, it's literally, it sounds like I'm just over-exaggerating it, but I mean, we're talking like 10 out of 12 have been, historically staying within that range. And then we have things like the stop triggers and, stuff like that to go in and, play them. So, but, I don't put all of them out there, but let's see here if I can find So like right here, you know, this is what it is. One of the articles that just went out over here on Benzinga. But it says, you know, it's reported by Eurostat, the statistical office for the European Union. The volume of retail trade was down by 2.2% compared to 2015, from February 2015 to January 2015. And I go through all this, and I go through what the forecasts are, and I go through the suggested trade. Okay? So I suggested an overnight trade. That would be to find an iron condor on $1 entering as early as 11 o'clock with a 7 a.m. expiration. Okay? So 11 p.m. to 7 a.m.'s open up. That's why you enter at 11. At a 7 a.m. expiration. And so you got basically an 8-hour trade while you sleep. The minimum potential profit you want is $25. Okay? So pretty simple right there. You know, just what is the max profit and add them together and you got the minimum profit. Okay? So not massive rocket science here. And see, I'm trying to see if I can go on here and find the one that Chris put up. Maybe I'll show that one off. Let's see. I know he put up a couple iron condors here. And, you know, I know he put it on. He's loving them. He does them, like, you know, on a consistent basis each night. And because there are plays almost, like I said, almost every night. And so what we do is, well, first let me just show you like a couple of the steps here. Okay. So we go in to the scanner. And go to the spread scanner. And then we go, okay, what market are we looking at? We're looking at, say, euro dollar. Okay, so I'm on the spread scanner. Okay. And on the spread scanner, scroll on down here, and I'm going to want a iron condor. Okay, so what that means is I'm going to want one that's going to expire like later in the day. So let's just say we chose 3 o'clock. So we're going to get rid of all the 2 o'clocks. So let's go in here and get rid of anything that expires in less than 60 minutes. Okay? That'll wipe out just about everything. And then in reality, knowing I'm going for like $25, I'm just going to get rid of anything that has more than, let's see here, the profit potential on this. We'll do it when we get back. So stay right there. We'll keep narrowing it down for you piece by piece, okay?
Darrell Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Darrell Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Darrell Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. Darrell takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
All right, so we're getting going here, and we got max risk, minimum profit. We're going to be adding in like a max profit as well to make it a little bit easier. But main thing, once you select this, you're really going for the spreads that are in the upper category. So like there's one that, $5 and $7. Okay. So if I bought this spread and I sold this spread, then on that, I'd basically make $12 if the market stayed flat. Okay. Obviously, I want more than that, so this is only 95 minutes till expiration. We're talking like 8 hours till expiration, because it's a wider range. But by using the stats, I have a good idea of what the minimum distance I want is on the trade. And I mean, sometimes they'll get you, sometimes they'll surprise you, but there's enough of them usually that it can balance itself out. And if it balances out, well, then that's fantastic. But if we go over here and we look, let's see at. Let's go look at the Aussie dollar, and I'll load that up real quick. We'll look at that in news announcement last night. That one was a big one. It moved a little more than normal, to say the least. But let's see. Let's back on up here. So we got on that. So we got that. You can sort of obviously tell where the news happened. And finally it woke it up because it was just pathetically flat last night. And when finally we got a little bit of movement today going on. Yesterday was just like, come on, like this put you to sleep day. But let's see what we were looking at for this. We were looking at the news. Usually there's about a 30 pip move on the Aussie dollar interest rate. It really just is not a consistently large news play itself. So let's go over here and let's measure not our high to low, but just our open. And then to 1 a.m. right there. Got about 50 pips. And then if we hop on the other side, obviously 50 pips there. So, how could you have done on that trade? What would the trades have looked like? And let me see. Let me look at, I'm going to do a trade analysis of one trade a trader posted. We'll look at one that worked and one that didn't work. We'll do both. Okay. And we'll see, was there anything that could have been improved upon that? Okay. So first we had a minimum profit requirement that we really were wanting. So just to make sure we're clear on what we're looking for. We put all the pieces together. We had an Aussie dollar cash rate, RBA rate statement 12. So coming out at 12.30. And so we're looking for a entry as early as 11 with an expiration of 1 a.m. So 11 with an expiration of 1 a.m. for a minimum of a profit of $30. Okay, so this one trader's example. Send over to me. Let's look at it and see how it went. Okay, they went in and they did they sold the 78.50 to 79.50. Okay. So let's go in here. It's pretty much right where the market was at. And we go back to, they sold it right around 11 o'clock. Okay, so right at 2,300. So good timing on that. Okay. And right there in the middle. So that's awesome. And so we got the 78.50 up to the 79.50. So way up here. Actually, I had a little bit more room to go there. Let's see. Let's pull it on up. And a little bit higher. There we go. Okay. So they sold this contract. All right. And that'd be like going over here on the scanner and finding a lower profit contract where you can't make a whole lot on it. And, like selling one of these contracts, that has like if I can even find one. Let me see. Let me make sure there's no filters on there. We'll do sell side, Aussie dollar. There's really not any with a low profit because now they're all zero because all the time value's gone that we were just looking at minutes ago. But basically, be looking for one that had like a low profit. So like say this one has 43, but say one had 12 or 10. Okay. So anyway, so we go and we sell that contract. He sold that contract at a price of 78.62. Okay. So let me just go over here. And first we'll draw a little line. That's 78.62. All right, stay there. When you come back, we'll do the other side, put it all together.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Trade with confidence and clarity while using the software that thousands of institutional traders rely on to make the best and most accurate decisions. Choose from 1,000 equities, currencies, and futures instruments utilizing the TAS architecture. As seen on Bloomberg terminals worldwide, the TAS Profile Scanner is a benchmark technical filtering system that thousands of traders rely on, and now you can too. For a limited time for TFNN subscribers only, we've reduced the price to just $97. That's over 75% off. John Logan hosted a special subscriber-only webinar in December, and you'll gain access to that archive as well, so you can learn exactly what the TAS Profile Scanner can do for you. Try this product out. No matter what you trade, the TAS Profile Scanner can help you make more informed trading decisions. There's no obligation to pay anything. Don't let this offer pass you by. Get your 30-day free trial to the TAS Profile Scanner today by signing up at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
All right, so I went ahead and was just typing everything up here in between break forward to get it all put together, okay? And so what we have on the spread is he sold the 78.62 spread, or sorry, the 78.50 to 75.90 spread at 78.62. That gave him a 12-tick profit potential. He then went in and bought the 78.50, 75.50 spread at 78.39, which gave him an 11-tick profit potential. So we have a total on this one. This one was sort of pushing it. Of 23 ticks. We really wanted 30 ticks on the trade. And as you can see, the way that this moved, let's see here. So 23 tick total max profit. Goal was 30 ticks or less. Okay? 30 ticks. Well, let's put tick / pips because I know it confuses some forex traders, but it's the same thing. Means minimum increment move. Okay. So a little bit low on this one. And so what would that mean? Well, I wouldn't get the trade on then. Well, one, you could leg in. So in the oscillation, you're 2 hours out. And so you go on up here. The thing moved up 10 ticks. So you definitely could have easily gotten this fill, right? And then it came on back down here from where you started at. And it moved down about 10 ticks. Got about a 20-tick movement just right there. So you could have got the full fill. Now, you have a couple choices. I guess you have a few choices. One, you could just put the trade on, forget it, move on, don't worry about it. Okay? Which is a nice thing to be able to do. Two, you could put in both legs, and then before that news announcement comes out, make sure you got both legs on. Okay? The Third thing you can do is you can pass. Say, if I can't get the trade that I want, okay? So if I'm not able to get the trade I want, the premium's not there, I don't want to do the trade. So you can go for it, knowing that, hey, you're about 7 ticks off, so if it moves at 30, you're still going to lose 7. Well, that's not bad. Your choice. Now, move 50. So how big of a difference did it make? Well, if you would have got the 30 on both sides, okay, then what would have happened? You would have made basically $15 on each side on average, the average profit. So when it moves up 30 pips, you'd have made 15 pips on one side, lost 15 pips on the other. You'd be at break even. And then you would have netted a 20 pip loss on the trade. Okay? So again, a 20 pip loss on the trade if you would have got the 30 pips. If you would have passed on the trade because the 30 pips weren't there, then obviously you wouldn't have had any loss. So just, just some different ways to look at it. Or if you would have let it oscillate in, you would have got it and then would have had it as well. So it's really hard to close these out even when it's moving decently fast, simply because just the bid offer spread will usually be about 4 pips wide or so on the trade. And what we'll do is we'll usually see them pop up and then come on back down. And let's see. In this case, the Aussie tried to come back down. It actually had a pretty hard time. Let's see if it even made it back down today. No, just moved on up. It did bounce on back down to that sold level. Took it a while. So obviously after the expiration there. But anyways, this is a good example of just showing you, hey, was it a bad trade? It's just, obviously you got to take it with the understanding of, hey, this was outside of my minimum profit requirement on my plan, and so I am taking on a little more risk when I do the trade. So, let's see. This trader looks like had about a $63 loss on the trade doing 2 contracts, which pretty much lines up. They would have had about a 40. After fees, like $43 or so risk on the trade had they had done just 2 contracts. Okay, so that gives us the Aussie. Let's hop on over. Let's look at the year or the pound trade. We had a pound trade that we looked at last night too. So let's hop on over. Let's look at the pound dollar. Okay. And all right, got that. Now let's see, we got in on this trade. Let's look at our trading plan for the pound dollar last night. Okay. Let's see, pound construction PMI. That really was our main trade. And on the pound construction PMI, let me switch over to that. It's not popping that one up. There we go. So we'd find an iron condor for an 11 p.m. expiration with a 7 a.m. 11 p.m. entry for a 7 a.m. expiration for a profit of $30 on the trade. So we'll go over here, 11 p.m. and we're going to take that to 7 a.m. I'm going to go backwards. All right, a little bit further back. And the announcement's coming out at 4:30. You can see that announcement. Shrink it a little bit more. Okay, this is a really big trade while you sleep one here. So we're going in, and the contracts pulled were a buy of 48.20 to 51.20. Okay, that's a buy 48.20 to 51.20, and then a sell of 51.20 to 54.20. I mean, it's just going to be off the map here. Okay. There we go. That at least let us chart it. So right back here at 11 o'clock. Okay, we're going to sell the 51.20 to 54.20. It expires at 7 a.m. Okay. And then I got to try to get that to the right price, 54.20. Okay. And then grab it a little bit further. Let's see here. We almost had that one box there. There we go. So a pretty large box there. And then we're going to, so we're selling that one. Selling that box. And then we're going to basically do an identical box, but below it. So put that down here, make it a little easier than drawing it again. And right there. Okay. And so we're going to buy this box right here. Let's go in here, buy right there. Okay. And then we're going to sell the one we sold. We're going to sell that 51.20 to 54.20 at 51.42. Right here. Okay, and then we're going to buy the 48.20 to 51.20. We're going to buy that one at 50.97. So right there. Okay, let's just change that to, there we go. All right, so pretty wide. And, I mean, if you look at that, that's actually not a bad price. I mean, it's looking at our expected ranges over that period of time. You can see most hours it stays actually inside those expected ranges. Even when the news announcement happens, it's about the only time it actually even busts outside of it and comes right back in. So, very, very nice layout. And so this is just looking at the spreads themselves. And we'll have to zoom in a little bit here on this in a minute. But let's see, we got okay, so we sold the spread. Let's see, what do we got? 1.5120 to 1.5420. Okay, and the ceiling of that was, the floor of that was 1.5120. So floor of sold spread. Fix that typo. Okay. And then the price we sold at was 1.5142. Come on. 1.5142. Okay. Okay, so that gives us a profit potential on this one, which is pretty nice, of actually 22 pip / tick dollars profit potential per contract. So I like that, right? So there we go. Very, very, very simple, very easy. Okay. And does that take care of that one for us? And then we go over here and we'll put in the one we bought. And so we went in and we, again, we bought the 1.4820. Notice we bought the lower spread, 1.5120. And we bought it. Let's see here. So the ceiling of bought spread. So 1.5120. The way I measure that max profit is I buy it, the most I can make is up to the ceiling. So 1.5120. And then on that 1.5120 spread, we bought it at 1.5197. So that gives us a range of 23 pips of profit on this trade. Okay. So 23 pip / tick profit. Try to make it the same formatting here. Hopefully lining this out step by step for you will help you understand this more. That maybe adding that one more second, right, to your time there. Potential per contract. Okay. All right. Now, without the stats, these numbers mean nothing to you. Okay. It's the stats, understanding the average move, not just the average move, but the average move on that reaction to that news announcement, and then combining it with the average move of that time of day, and looking over the last 12 months news announcements. There's a lot. I mean, there's a lot. And I also look at the last 5 years news announcements. So I have a 12, I have a 2, and I have a 5-year stat analysis report that I pull to put it all together. So on this one, we ended up with a 45 tick. Okay, so 45 tick / pip. Profit potential. Per, position, I guess, would really be the with a 30 minimum profit potential goal for the plan. Okay. So this one, as we can see, did line up with our plan. We said we wanted at least 30 pips on the trade. Okay. And so it met, let me put a little enter sign in there. It met our minimum profit potential goals. And the trade worked out better. Super widespread, of course, too. So yeah, I'll get you a couple. This is being zoomed way out on the trade. It's almost hard not to zoom way out on the trade, just because it's just such a wide spread. Let's see here, and then I'll take that picture for you. All right, so we got that one, and then let's sort of get rid of the zoom, see how much that helps. Not a whole lot. Maybe if we move our, we can just zoom. That might work a little better. Let's move the text down. I'm trying to get to where you can see it better. Maybe if I move all this text up, you can see it a little bit better. See the price action. Because you can't really see the price action with that zoom set as it is. All right, that's a little better. All right. We'll wrap this piece up when we get back. Pair it back to back. Stay right there.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investment strategy. You're always looking for the next trading opportunity to magnify your perspective. Direction Shares connects sophisticated traders with a powerful array of ETFs from a wide range of asset classes. The markets may go up and down, and you want tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor, Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Do you know the 7 most critical factors that influence every decision you make, and how not knowing these will jeopardize the health, the wealth, and the relationships you deserve? I'm Steve Rhodes, morning host at TFNN.com, and for the last quarter of a century, I've studied and used the secrets of human growth, the same formulas used by leaders of nations, billionaires and millionaires, and the most successful athletes on the planet. Would you like to break through any obstacle that gets in between you and the success you deserve? Would you like to turn fear into strength? If you could find a way to achieve, be fulfilled, and live a life of meaning, wouldn't you want to know the answer? I'll teach you the factors that control your state of mind and the drivers that impact every thought, emotion, behavior, and action we take in my new webinar, The Psychology of Trading. Join me for this two-part online event where I'll unveil the secrets to human pattern recognition, because they're not what you think. And soon, you'll have the health, the wealth, and the relationships you deserve. Just go to the homepage of TFNN.com and click on The Psychology of Trading to begin your journey now.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
If you're like me, you see the world's emerging nations as a very real opportunity, as these countries and their economies are developing right before our eyes. And you can rest assured that Everbank has spotted this opportunity too. In fact, they just recently unveiled the new 5-year market-safe Future Economies CD. This is a CD that could really deliver, but you have only until May 7th to take advantage. Consider the facts. If the Future Economies currencies beat the US dollar over the CD term, you'll get all of the upside. And should they lose? No worries. There's zero downside risk here, as you'll still get back 100% of your deposited principal. Intrigued yet? The May 7th funding deadline is quickly approaching, so hurry over to everbank.com/TFNN-CD for more information, including important product details and disclosures. Once again, that's everbank.com/TFNN-CD. Everbank is an equal housing lender and member FDIC.
Join David Dwight as he keeps you up to date on the latest tech stocks while he uses his Power Law Vector Indicator to identify the best trades. The Power Trading Hour, next on TFNN.
All right, so on this one, basically it expired at 51.32. Okay, that was like the expiration value that came in, 51.32.8, and so made $9 profit on the upper one and made full profit on the lower contract. Okay, so expiration 51328, and again that basically ended up with a 9.3 or so profit there. If you went in and said, okay, well, what happens if I sold it at 1.5, let's see, we go 1.5142 minus, let's see, what was it? If we just did we'll just do the simple number here. Hold on, we sold at 1.5142. If we go, okay, what was the closing time of this? 6:59 bar, 1.5132. Okay, so let's make it really simple. We'll say 10 pips. So minus 1.51, 32. And there we go. Trying to get to make it work for me. Minus 1.5132. And basically you're going to get 10 pips. There's a little bit less than 10 pips because of fractional pips in there. So like 1.51328. So 1.5142 if we want to get real specific. Minus 1.51328. Okay, so basically made 9 pips profit. Okay, on that side. And then since it expired above the strike, we made full profit on the bot side. And that's an iron condor. Okay, so we bought it. Remember, we bought this one down here at 50.97. It expired above the ceiling of 51.20. Remember, it's right up here, 51.328. Okay, so we get maximum profit on it. We get all 23 pips. And then we sold this one at 51.42, and it expired down there at 51.32, in a fraction of a tick there. So basically, made 9-10 pips on that because it expired a little bit lower than where we sold. So we sold, right here. We bought right there. So and it expired right there. Okay. So, that literally is the entire trade for you. And you just put it on and let PayDry use stats to go, hey, you know what? There's this premium built in here, and I can either be the payer of it or I can be the collector of it. And different scenarios call for, doing different things on this trade specifically. So if you know what those stats are and you know when those announcements are coming out, as long as they're a surprise, right? It doesn't sound like, big, like, oh, look at this. Their stats, their stats are pretty normal. They're there every week. And you can use that to your advantage and add one more trade to your bag every night. You start off small and build it up over time. You don't have to, fly through it. And again, you can manage your risk by using, things like stop plugins and stuff like that. So that way, what I usually look for is I usually look forward to at least 150% loss on the trade of my maximum profit. Usually use 150 as I've seen it hit, it'll pop up and then come right back in. And very rarely have I ever seen it actually pop up and hit that maximum number. And a lot of times that means I don't even need to use, depending upon the width of the spread, I don't even need to use a stop. But there's a good chunk of them that you do need to use a stop on. So pound dollars among the wider spreads, and because it has more volatility, but also better pricing. So pick them wisely. Don't just take them because they're there. And if you haven't checked them out, check them out. And no matter what, learn about this so you can use this in your own pound dollar trading, even if you're not using spreads. Y'all have a great day.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. You're watching Tiger TV.